Welcome to the first Catch-Ups Conference. I'm Kushal Shrivastava.
And I'm Gautam Agarwal, and we both are the moderators for today's panel. The agenda for today's session is to learn about the impacts of COVID-19 pandemic in various sectors. We are joined by experts in the fields of education, Dr. Sunita Mathur, in oil, Mr. Arpit Tapadiya, and banking, Mr. Sharad Gupta.
So Gautam, how's university going on?
University? Oh, it's closed these days. I'm doing online classes and I'm working from home.
Oh, that's right. The pandemic has forced this sector to adopt new methods of education. Speaking about education, we have Dr. Sunita Mathur, who is an assistant professor in accounting and finance at Hertford University's Dubai campus.
Dr. Sunita Mathur holds a PhD in IFRS besides having a master's degree in commerce and an MBA. I've also heard that she is also a member of the CPA Australia.
She has a broad range of experience of more than 20 years in the field of higher education teaching in Canada and UAE. Dr. Sunita's primary research interest lies in IFRS harmonization and convergence in emerging economies, small and medium entrepreneurship, and corporate governance.
We'd now like to invite Dr. Sunita Mathur.
Hi, everyone. First of all, thank you so much for having me over. And I would like to start by sort of narrating a short incident. Like just a couple of months ago, a few of my colleagues were discussing that a virtual classroom is a distant future. But little did we imagine that the distant future will soon become a near present as we are facing uncertain times. And in such times, technology is a great enabler. However, in these uncertain times, education has not ceased and is ensured via distance learning and remotely. Just to go back a little on the history of distance learning, be surprised to know that distance learning has been around 180 years. In 1840, an English tutor taught a shorthand course by sending instructions written on a postcard. And this distance learning course was interactive too, as students would mail their assignments back to the tutor. However, today's digital revolution has made distance learning faster, easier, and accessible on a grander scale. Most of the world today is locked down in a bid to curb the spread of COVID-19, keeping schools and universities closed and practicing social distancing. Now for some statistics. As of 3rd of April 2020, UNESCO estimated that more than 1.5 billion children, 63 million teachers in 188 countries have been affected due to the school closures. The severe short-term disruption is felt by many families around the world. Homeschooling is not only a massive shock to the parents' productivity, to children's social learning, but also for the teachers. Of course, teaching has moved online on an untested and unprecedented scale. Student assessments are also moving online with a lot of trial and error and uncertainty for everyone. My focus will be on the university students, and I would divide this talk among three affected parties: the students, the fresh graduates, and the teachers. For some students, time at home can be productive, and adopting to a digital classroom scenario may not be difficult as they are digital natives. But there are others who may concede that a proper structure and professionalism of a classroom is required for them to stay productive. For such students, non-verbal communication, the teaching pace, and fewer distractions are all necessary to be a part of a positive learning process. These students prefer to complete all their assignments in the university library as it provides them with the right kind of atmosphere and environment that they are looking for. And home for them is a place to relax and unwind and to be with their families. However, In order to successfully navigate through this unprecedented disruption, students will have to learn to be imaginative, curious, resilient, and responsible. This may teach students life lessons of self-managing their learning, prioritizing their time, and channelizing their energies in the right direction. Many universities and colleges are replacing traditional exam with online assessment tools. Students are evaluated on critical thinking and their ability to link and draw parallels and to analyze concepts, thus changing the style of exam papers and the evaluation techniques. As this is a new area for both teachers and students, such assessments will likely have larger measurement errors than usual. Now for the fresh graduates, the career of this university graduates may be severely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. As they've already experienced major teaching interruptions in the final part of the studies, they also experience major interruptions in their assessment methods. And not to forget that they are likely to graduate at the beginning of a major global recession. Evidence suggests that poor market conditions at entry level cause employees to accept lower paid jobs, and which can have a permanent effect on their careers. Now, from the teacher's perspective, someone like me, remote teaching is a challenge for senior teaching staff as they are not tech savvy. We had to undergo rigorous training in a short span of time and try to answer student questions of which we ourselves are so unsure of. Whilst learning new platforms, we had to maintain the continuity of teaching and learning. So to conclude, I would like to say that COVID-19 in a matter of weeks has changed how students around the world are educated, and what seems to be a distant future just a couple of months ago has become a reality so soon. These changes give us a glimpse at how education could change for the better in the long term. With 5G technology becoming more prevalent in countries like China, Japan, US, we will see learners and solution providers truly embracing the learning anywhere, anytime concept. Traditional in-person classroom learning will be complemented with new learning modalities, from live broadcast to virtual reality experiences. Thus, learning could become a habit, which teachers like us would be very happy for. That is integrated in our daily routine, a true lifestyle. Thank you.
Well, that was a very enlightening speech and very informative. Now we have a few questions from audience members as well who would want to know. The first question, as you mentioned in your speech, exams are moving online. So how do schools ensure the integrity of that, and how are the results, and how do the universities see the students are appreciated for their efforts, and how is the integrity tested? How do we maintain the integrity?
At this point in time, I can talk about my university. Now, because we are a global university in the sense that we have campuses in Edinburgh, in Malaysia, and in Dubai, and our students write the same exam in all the three campuses. So we have moved on to online exams. Now, online exams, the students will have a window of 24 hours. The same exam will be written everywhere. That means in all the three campuses. And the assessment part will be a little different. All the papers have to be submitted via sort of plagiarism tool app, which will show us that no two students are writing the same answer, or there's no copying around or copy pasting around. So that is what we have adopted for now. And I have heard that other universities, like in Dubai, are doing the same. Though the government has opened up now that the exams can be written in the universities and in the schools and the colleges. But because we are a global university, we still have to follow what Edinburgh is doing and what Malaysia is doing.
Well, and how are universities and educational institutions planning on ensuring that students don't miss out on extracurricular activities while maintaining social distancing?
Now, this is a tough one here because what I have all this has happened so soon and so fast in a short span of time. But what I have already heard is other universities, they are already organizing online sessions of yoga, of meditation, Zumba classes, and other activities. So my focus is basically on university students. I'm sure the schools are doing something different, but this is already happening. It's already prevailing.
Thank you, Sunita Mathur, for your lovely talk.
Thank you. See you guys.